Hello everybody, this is Liz from Trellis Yarns and I welcome you to my podcast. Not only my podcast, but also my new studio. Yes! So, how are you? Thank you for joining me for this episode that will have, lots of new stuff, lots of old stuff, lots of talking with me. I like to talk. And I will share you also some footage of my new studio. It's a much smaller place than the one that I had before, so it feels a little cramped in some areas, but I really like it. It feels more cozy and I do really like it. I feel more relaxed here, so I guess each trouble has a good side, and so this last couple of weeks, well, maybe more, 3 weeks, I've been chasing around plumbers, electricians, people to doing things and works and all that. Then I painted the studio, then the electrician had to come again, then I moved all the things with a couple of friends. Thank you so much. And it was like really nice, and that I felt that I could ask for help, because it's something that I hate to do. And people were always like, Liz, if you need help, just tell me and all that. And I actually did, so I'm very proud of myself, asking for help. Guys, you should try it. It's really nice. And then there were other things that I really wanted to do by myself, like, for example, painting the studio. I have to say the ceiling is huge. It's very, very high. It's like 6 meters ceiling, and I wasn't going to paint all that. I didn't have a very high, ladder. So I think that I would have loved to just go a bit further up, like maybe 15 centimeters or so. But I guess it's something that I could always, do at some point. But now for the moment, I'm trying to get a bit more calm and excited that everything is here. I used to have lots of furniture because the other space was like really, really big. Now everything is here, but there are a few corners that feel cramped, and I want to switch them, to change them, but that will come slowly as I need also money for that. Yeah, but it's okay, it's good. You guys, your support, and thank you so much for buying yarn from Trellis with the coupon Moving Trellis, which will be on until the end of the month. So there's lots of DK and Aran if you want something thicker, but I also added pre-orders for any base that you would like to have in all colorways, almost. And there are 2 new colorways that I added. Sorry. And those 2 colorways are Fresh and Peonies. Well, Peonies, I only have dyed it for the moment in mohair, so I don't have it yet displayed, in regular tones, yarns. So I haven't yet put it in as a pre-order. If you don't mind having a picture of Peonies just in the mohair, I will put it, but it's the yellows areas will not be so much as yellow areas, but more speckly. And then Fresh, this is the Aris base. So in the Poseidon there are 3 ready to ship of each, and so if you'd like to receive them either ready to ship as they are, you can, or if you want to pre-order them, you can. Well, you can Fresh, but if you don't mind looking at Peonies only in the Poseidon mohair style, and you can envision how it will look in in a fingering or a DK, just let me know or send me an email and I will help you with that. And yes, so I'm very excited. I think I'm rambling, I'm just all over the place. So yeah, if you want until the end of the month, you can use Moving Trellis for a discount of 15%, either on pre-orders, either for ready-to-ship items, like for anything that is in the shop right now. You can just go ahead and get a discount of 15% off. And so I wanted to say a big thank you for everyone who has used this coupon for taking something while I was moving. There are a couple of orders that have been delayed, and I'm really sorry for that, but it was just in the time that everything was packed and moved, and then until I opened them and find them, it took a while. And last weekend, the Greek postal offices were hacked, and now all their system is down. So I'm really sorry, but I think today I'm gonna go and look out for other prices on couriers. Next week it will be shipped out, hopefully. So thank you so much. Anyways, the pre-orders will be up until the 4th of April, which is a Monday. So you have a couple of weekends to plan your shopping. But Moving Trellis for the discount for 15% off will be until the end of the month, okay? So don't forget, colors power, and you need some. Okay, so as I started talking about the studio and the trellis, news, usually I do that in the end of the podcast. Anyways, I'll just go along, and I found lots and lots of fiber that I had dyed. And because a couple of years ago when I started dyeing, I was dyeing lots of fibers and lots of locks of sheep, different kinds of sheep. And I found that I still have some, and I really love them. And actually I want to go back to spinning, but I have so much stuff that I was wanting to share with you if you would be interested. So those, for example, are Easy Dale locks. And lock spinning gives you a really nice fluffy yarn. An example could be that one, but this one has lots of longer fibers of locks, as for example those Wensleydale locks, and the little curvy ones are mohair locks that I had dyed. So I have like different kinds of locks. I have some silk hankies that you can even spin with your fingers, like they're amazing and they're really soft and really cool. And also I have a couple of tops. So I was thinking, like, would you be interested? Should I put them in the shop? Just let me know. And also I have lots and lots of hand spun yarn. So hand spun yarn, I love them. I love to make them. Most of them are a bit, they're not, how do you say, a regular thickness? Because come on, if I spin yarn, I don't like it to be regular. Like, you can have that in all the other bases. But the colors, guys, look at those colors. They don't have, regular meters and everything. It will depend from what I had spun them. Like, for example, this really fluffy one would be really nice as stripes in, like with this to give it some character, or just really contrasting with the darker blues of those. Then I have these more neon ones, fluffier, and these usually don't have lots of metrage or yardage, as you prefer. And what I really like to do with them is to do either cowls or hats, accessorize. Of course, you can use shawls, but it will need a longer, metrage, so you'll need more of those. But otherwise, you can add them, as adding textures and like in stripes, or like even in the middle of a row or whatever. So like for example, this one is one of my favorites. You can see it's a thick and thin yarn. So it's, if you want to embrace something different, and I was thinking to, you know, to add some in the shop. So just let me know, would fiber and handspun would be something that you would like to see again in the Trellis shop? And I would love to, you know, slowly take pictures of them and share them with you. And if you like something, then, you know, you can have it. Yes, and then I can spin more of that, because right now I have some spinning fiber that I would like to do, and I also found some fibers that I had for bats. So if you are a spinner and you want some fiber that you might not find anywhere else, like locks and stuff like that, just let me know, because then I could do some more from time to time, and you can find something, you know, more special. Okay, so that was about the Trellis business side of things, but please do let me know, is handspun and fiber something that you would like to see in the shop? I think I would also ask on Instagram. What do you say? Yeah, maybe that would be also a good idea. Anyways, so do you remember the handband Simone that I was talking about in the last episode that I lost? Well, my friend found it in her car. It was hiding from us. So I'm very happy. She called me like a week ago and she told me about it. I was so excited. I wanted to scream, you know, everywhere. "Man, my headband was found. My headband was found." So my headband was found. I haven't seen her yet, but I'm very happy. I know where my headband is. So yeah, you can relax a bit. I also can relax because I have a finished object. What? Of course, it's a hat. You guys, I think 2022 will be the year of hats. Yes. So I wasn't about to cast on a hat. Of course I wasn't, but of course I did. Because I wanted to focus more on my two sweaters of the moment, which is the newspaper pullover, I will show it a bit later on, and the Zug sweater. But it's been a bit difficult for me with all the running around with the studio and all that to have bigger projects with me. So then I started a shawl. I will show it to you. And then Sarah from La Cavalenne showed this cutie picture, and what I remember was happiness hat. So the pattern name is There Is Happiness hat, but of course I just went into happiness hat, and I was like, oh my god, this is great, you know, for leftover scraps, whatever, just one color, two colors, 5 colors, 18 colors, and you know, we talked. And she was, I didn't have the time to just buy the pattern, and she just sent it to me, and I was like so thankful. I was like, I'm running now to the house to find my colors. And I shared on Instagram, you know, like 5 or 6 ideas. I don't know if you heard that, but there's like 3 cats now following, male cats following a female cat, and you know, like, they're into business. Anyway, so I was like, okay, I'm running to the house to find all my color combos, you know, what I can do. And it was like magic. I didn't know which one to choose. I had like 5 ideas immediately, but of course the one that I really had to do first was that one. Yeah, baby. So it's really funny because actually over here there are 2 colors, which one is this really punchy lime green, And over here, it's not anymore the lime green, but the yellow, a yellow, yes. And these two colors and that color, no, the lemon had some speckles, but Careless Whisper, which is the purple, and the green lime one, they're teeny on color. So Careless Whisper and the green one is Smells Like Teen Spirit. They are just plain colors, they're solids. And all these changes are from the mohair, which I used my mohair in the colorway Confessions, and I love it. And look here, when Confessions was yellow, like how much it took over the green. And it's so funny because the pattern, the pulling of the pattern was like going, you know, into the yellowish speckled yarn. So you actually don't realize that over here I changed yarns, but I did, and it's just so funny. And then I used one of a kind colorway, always paired with the same mohair. And then it was a Manawi that I had, but it was just a slightly more pink, which is rare. Usually it's just more bright orange. And then over here, it was just a small leftover from Kir Royal that I used up until the end, and I had to go back and get some Careless Whisper for the really edge of the crown. So you guys, of course, in all my pictures and on my posts, I was talking about the happiness hat because come on, I completely forgot that the name was There Is Happiness Hat. But anyways, Sarah from La Cavalenne, you did an amazing work. I love it. It's amazing. It's super cute. And I think all my leftovers are gonna be this hat. So in the pattern, she uses whatever color, like fingering, she doubles it. I didn't double my fingering, but I used the fingering with the mohair. I love using 2 strands of yarn because the holes in between the hat are smaller, and so here in Greece there's lots of air and it doesn't pass through so much, so it makes a tighter hat, which means a warmer hat. So I have to say, guys, that a fingering with a mohair is more warm than a DK hat, because last week I was wearing a DK hat and there was lots of wind, and oh my god, when I finished and I wear that, that was way warmer. And then you have the super duper warmest, which is DK with mohair, baby. Yeah, I love it. This one is one of my favorite hats. Anyways, I don't remember the name of it, but you get it. Anyways, so there is Happiness Hat. Of course, I'm casting on a second one. I already cast on a second one. And but this one is going to be more subtle colors. The fingering is a gray one with a brown mohair. So you can already see how the mohair, which is brownish with orangey yellow tones, has more different tones. So the neighborhood is very curious on learning what I'm doing here. So now there was a lady coming by and she's like, and I was like, oh, hi. No. So she was very kind. She asked me what I doing here and all that. So I told her that I was dyeing yarn. And she was like, oh, really? I didn't know that's happening. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's happening. So anyways, so gray and mohair, this is the fur, my colorway. And this is my leftover Hagrid from my So Faded sweater. That I used in my Psyche single, which is with silk, and that's why it's even a bit, you know, lighter gray because of the silk. But look, if you look at that, you do not, okay, you understand that there's gray, but the first vibe you get is brown, orangey, and I love that. But for this, so the singles are going to be, you know, my fade with all the Harry Potter people, yes. So my fade is gonna go from gray, yellowish, yellow, white, and then yellow. And but this time I will change the mohair when it's gonna switch from I'm not sure, maybe I will switch a bit earlier the mohair also. I will switch first the mohair and I will put Pollock with the gray one, and then this, and then I think this is gonna stay, and maybe here also, I'm not sure, until my crown. So when I will start the decreases, will be these guys. So we're gonna go from that to that. Anyways, I'm very excited. I don't know, I'm not really keeping track of, you know, what's going where. Gonna fill it with, you know, the vibe of the hat. But I think I'm gonna keep this until most of the pattern, and then really a third up to have the brighter mohairs. So yeah, I don't know, I'm very excited. I think I'm gonna do a series of those hats, and I think it's really nice to show, you know, how the mohair and the fingerings are playing together and how the colors match or don't match. Well, don't match, colors that don't match, come on you guys. Of course they're gonna match. Yeah, I'm so happy. Anyway, so that was my finished object and a work in progress, because you know me, what socks are to other people, hats are for me. I like hats, they're really fun, they're really nice. So in the meanwhile, while I was searching for the hats and the leftovers and all that, what was I going to do, I found this baby, and this baby was the contrasting colors of my second sock that I couldn't find. And of course, when I found Tinted Love, which was a limited colorway, I couldn't find the project bag. And of course I couldn't find the project bag because I just had the pair, the complete sock and the not complete sock in my drawers of socks. So then I put it on the side and I was like, it's okay, I'm gonna find them and whatever. And then because I wanted to cast on the hat, I was searching for needles, and while I was searching for needles, I don't know why I went to my drawers of socks and I found them, yes! So this is also something that needs to be finished. It would be nice. I have them like for years, those socks, to be finished. Anyways, so before going to my sweater, I'm gonna show you the Thaliah shawl by Andrea Mowry. I think I've already shown it last time. It has grown a bit. Unfortunately, my cable is not that big. I have to change cables, but I'm not sure where my cables are right now. So that's why I kind of stopped and haven't worked that more. So this is Terroir Laine, which is a very, you know, more rustic yarn from France, and it's people who go and shear sheep and get the fiber, and it's their sand tone, which is not really the you know, the whitest tone of the yarn. And what I did is do my heartbeat colorway on it, so it would keep the original color, but just with a bit of slight touch. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I really like it. So the thing is that I really enjoy knitting this pattern, but it's kind of a bit repetitive. And now I've done 1, 2, 3, 4 of the chevrons. I think I'm in the 5th repeat of those little, you know, things, and I have to do 7 of them before starting the border. And it's nice, but it's like, okay, now that the you know, the rows are getting bigger, it's just getting bigger. So I've been working on that mostly on 9s because it's more bright yarn. I also had started a shawl by Natalie by Night, but for that one I'm using a dark red, and it was so tiring for my eyes to knit late on that. So I haven't worked on that for a while. And that's why I turned into that, and working also in my newspaper sweater by Joji, because also for the rug sweater, I'm also using darker colors, and it's like, come on. And also in my bag with my shawl, I have Love is a Source of Bliss and Infinity from Ayogiti. I put it in there. Yeah, I like when I find something nice and cute to put it again back there and, you know, revisit it. So that's and now let's go to my newspaper pullover. So the shawl by Natalie and my Zug sweater are gonna get finished for sure, but I was thinking, you know, now to focus more on, you know, brighter colors for knitting at night. Well, now that slowly the day is gonna get, you know, brighter, so I can knit more in the afternoons, and I'll be, yeah, it will be really nice because I'll be able to see. So my newspaper pullover is growing, and I'm really happy with it. I have to say that it's just simple brioche. It's like, guys, it's like really easy brioche. It's like I'm bored to do brioche, like, come on. And it's really cute. I love that I chose to, I don't know which side is the front side. I think this is the front side. I'm really happy that I chose similar colors that you can understand the stripe, but not really. And it really talks to me, to my side of, okay, let's have a more, you know, I had to say that, calm, color-wise sweater, but still have fun. And this is fun for me, you guys, because it's subtle, but it's also, there's something going on, and you can't really understand what's going on, especially this side, where there is some pulling, because even the darker colorway has those clear, the same clear color of Escape Now, and it kind of melts, and I really like it. Yes, I really like it. So now it has grown. Yeah, it's like a crop sweater, but I think this is originally a normal sweater, and I think I'm gonna try and make it as long as I can. Actually, my two kicks of yarn are getting really small, so I think I'm gonna continue with that, the body, until where it goes. Then I'll do the sleeves, and then I'll go back and finish the length of the sweater, you know, until the end of my yarns. If I remember correctly, I'm doing the medium size, and it needs, or the small size, I don't even remember. No, it's the medium size that I'm doing. She recommends to do the size that's nearest your bust size, which for me would have been the small size, but I want it to be like really big, and yeah. And also I know that brioche has, you know, lots of ease, but I don't know why I prefer to do the medium size. So the medium size, as the small size, needs 2 skeins of each colorway, so I think it's gonna be great. And I think that's just smart, so I don't have leftovers to just, you know, go ahead and use, well, if this is like almost 2 cakes of yarn, then definitely I will have some leftover from my sleeves, and then, you know, I can use whatever for the rest of the body and the hems and all that. And I was even thinking that if I don't have enough, like maybe I could use like literally all the lengths of, you know, all the portions of my cakes, and have the hems and the neckline, the hems and the neckline, just like another color, you know, like maybe a dark red or something, you know, fun that like, you know, like these skeins, the darker skein has some purple, some yellows, that, you know, something either contrasting to that or something like a colorway of that. But I was thinking now a dark red, I kind of like it, but I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe this? Not so much, but whatever. I don't know yet. We will see. That's a problem for, you know, when that time comes. But I'm very, very happy with it. And yeah, it's something that I can't wait. I know now that I don't think it's gonna be ready for me to wear it now, but maybe it will be ready for me to wear in May when I will be in France. Yes, because end of July, beginning of May, so the weekend of the 1st May is Sunday. So that weekend I will be again at Nathalie by Nights. We're going to do open days there, and there's going to be La Fefile and Matt with his designs, and it's going to be really awesome. So I hope it will be sunny, but I also would be happy, you know, I'm sure I will be cold enough to wear a sweater, and maybe that will be the sweater I have finished. And now that I'm thinking of that, the last sweater I finished was the Saiga, and I finished it the last time that I was there with them, just before Matt and Cecile arrived at Nathalie's. And now that I think of it, I don't have pictures of my Saiga sweater. Oh my god, that's shocking. I need to take pictures. Anyways, what else? Oh my god, I forgot to show you the last bit, the most important bit of this episode, and it is my new tags for the yarns. So there will be 3 colors, 2 orange, all are neon, so it's 3 colors, but 2 are orange and 1 pink. And the paper is almost translucent, so when you wrap it, oh, let's take a handspun. When you wrap it around the yarn, you can still see the yarn, because color is power, fiber is a weapon, don't forget it. Yeah, so let me know if you like them. I adore them. I'm very excited, and you know how I love to use my tags, my older tags, as bookmarks. Like, come on guys, you have it here and you can still read through the bookmark. Woo-hoo! Yes. In the in-betweens, while I was doing all the move, I felt very tired, and I wanted to look at movies, but then it was too long, and then I wanted to see, you know, silly series, but I didn't have any ideas. And then I was like, why don't I start a fantasy novel? You know, why don't I read? Like, I haven't read for a while. And of course, I was like, okay, let's choose just a small book to get me rolling. And I finished a book that I had on my Kindle for a long time, and it was nice. I don't know. No, I don't remember now the name. It was a cool, you know, simple fantasy. And then I was like, yeah, but now I want something more complicated, some more vivid and more things. So I went into my 2 columns of books that I have, and I have lots of series that I haven't read. And instead of reading the trilogies that I had already, the books, no, little Liz choose The Eye of the Word, which is the first book of the Wheel of Time, and it's written by Robert Jordan, and the books have 14 books, and the last two were also held by Robert Sanderson, because Robert Jordan was dying. I think it's Robert Sanderson. It's Sanderson for sure, I'm not sure. Or is it Jordan Sanderson? I always confuse their names. But anyway, Sanderson, younger guy, he got, he helped Robert Jordan with all his notes that he had left to finish the series. So 14 books, oh my God, Liz, are you insane? Well, maybe, but for the first time, because usually when I find a series and I find books of the series, I'm gonna buy all of them or most of them right there, right now. I'm very happy that here I had only book one. So of course I started reading it last week, and you know, in the beginning the pace is just so slow. I was like in page 70 2 days ago, and now I'm at page 200. So yesterday and the day before, I was like binge reading that. So hopefully it will continue to go on me, and I'm very excited. I've decided that when I'm in page 650 from the 770, that I will get the second book of that. Of course, I'm a bit mad because now I know they're doing a TV series based on the Wheel of Time. I think in TV Plus, Apple, and of course they had to change all the covers. So now, nerdy me, I want all the new colors series, but I have the first one and the older one. So, okay, Liz, that's not very difficult. You get the new covers and then you go back and you buy the first book in the new covers and you give that away somewhere. Yeah, I can do that, but it's like, yeah, problems, I'm telling you. Anyways, so that was it. I don't have really other news to share with you. Otherwise, I'm reading other stuff. I'm doing a course about breath work. I'm trying to set my days with yoga and some meditation, and if I don't do meditation, I do some of my breathwork exercises, and it's nice. I learn lots of things every day, and also, you know, when I'm not very busy with the word of Trelise, I also do hypnosis sessions. So if that's something that you would be interested or you have questions, don't hesitate. You can follow also that Instagram, which is outside the box, but in the end BX, and that's my hypnosis Instagram, and you can just ask me anything you would like for it, and I'll be happy to help you. And that's just it. So please let me know if you would be interested in some hand spine or fibers for me to add at the shop. And don't forget, color is fiber, fiber is our weapon. Color is fiber. Oh my God, color is power. And don't forget, color is power, fiber is our weapon. And until end of March, moving Trelise, 15% off in everything. Lots of kisses. Bye.